I'm going to make a short movie about how I wrote this book on Lukens Steel. First of all, I spent probably altogether maybe a month and a half spread out in 3 to 5 day segments at the Hagley archives, staying on the grounds of the Hagley and taking pictures of the documents and going through all the documents. Many of the documents then I modified on the computer and made them more readable, since I took quick snapshots of them in a dark situation and put them into books like these. So this shelf is organized roughly into the 4 time periods that I'm covering. The background is on the bottom, the old time period, the middle time period, and then the last time period on the top. While I'm doing this, one of the things that I've been using quite a bit are the journals. I keep notes of how the book is going, the questions I have, the problems that I'm having. It started in this one, and when I filled this one up, I'm happy to say that I probably won't fill this one up quite before I've finished the book. And in here, for instance, are things like the notes that I took while I was talking to Elizabeth Thibault on the phone about how I should change the structure of the book. I also have a filing system in my filing cabinet, but compared to these notebooks with printouts of many of the major documents, what I have in the filing cabinet is fairly minor. It's all mixed in here like this. It's not that much. It's just things that weren't big enough to put into an actual booklet. So that's the filing cabinet. However, neither of them are quite as important as the filing system that I have here on the computer. Now, this filing system on the computer I've changed numerous times. Here's the book itself, but I'm going to close the book out now. Whoops. I'm going to close the book out, and what's left is this folder called Documents. And in Documents, it's now separated into 4 time periods. The time periods that are going to be the final ones for the book. I've changed these time periods, I think, 3 times while writing the book. And in each one is documents. For instance, in this one, drawings and blueprints, here's the drawing index, and in the drawing index, here's a list of all the files in there. And then if I go to thumbnails, there is a picture of all the photographs that I took while I was at the Hagley of this particular book. What is in this filing structure here on my computer has become the structure of the book, and in fact has also become the content of the book, because it's indicative of what was found in the files. It tells me what was most important to them. Now, I'll also show this, which has been very important and continues to be important, since I never did get a tour of the site and I don't understand it very well. This is a map that I blew up, which was made from a blueprint, which I inversed the colors, cleaned up, and next to that is something else very important, which is the timeline of the machinery that they built, and I'm continually referring to this. These pictures of the people I keep up so that I know who they are. And then these are the earlier pictures, which I don't actually need anymore because they've already been incorporated into the history of. These are the early images, and then my computerized projections of what the layout probably looks like These will not be in the book. They were for my understanding. So then the only other thing I want to show, the phone that disturbs me, of course. The courses, which unfortunately I have to teach at this point. I'd be much happier if I didn't. And then the regular bookcase, etc. The music, which keeps me going when I get tired late in the day. My air conditioning system. And then, just for reference, that's my computer setup, because I often stand when I'm writing, because if I sit for too long, my back hurts. So I spend some time standing and some time sitting. And all in all, after perhaps 2 years or so, this is how I wrote the book.